Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh. I'm just the Hannah Montana transitions I'm stuck on right now. I'm very sorry. Hi everyone, it's Isabella here and welcome back to the channel. So y'all see the thumbnail title, you know what time it is. You know what we have got going on today. Today I am diving into Bloom. We are finally discussing the rise and fall of the absolutely influencer obsessed, TikTok overly promoted Bloom Greens and the company as a whole. I have been so excited to talk about this because quite frankly, I know many of y'all are probably like, is it actually worth it? Is it actually good? Why are people promoting it so much? And honestly, it sounds too good to be true. And in my personal opinion, it's not looking too hot. So we're going to dive into the weird obsession with Bloom, why I think it's a problem, why I think people should stop promoting it, and so much more. So before we hop into today's video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button down below. My merch, second channel, podcast, Instagram, and TikTok is all in the description below if you guys want to hang out with me more. And yeah, let's get into it. Real quickly though, I do want to take a moment to thank today's sponsor. Hi everyone, so we are currently in my bedroom right now and I'm just kind of hanging out here, but I wanted to take the time to talk about something that I have been so into. We need to talk about Love and Pies. So Love and Pies is a heartwarming casual mobile game which has a cozy, fun, and super compelling narrative. All about a single mom named Amelia who takes over her family cafe after a mysterious fire. So the goal is to redecorate and rebuild a thriving cafe while simultaneously trying to unravel the mystery behind your mom's disappearance and the fire, while dealing with the everyday chaos of small town gossip and an unexpected romance. So the aim is to merge ingredients together to make tasty treats for your customers. And with these tasty treats, you receive tips which allow you to upgrade your cafe and keep rebuilding it. I made my cafe more like green and aesthetically pleasing in that way. I also have a pet that I've named after my own real life fur baby, Lila. So it's just overall so adorable. I usually find the perfect time to play it after I'm done editing a video and uploading it for you guys, and I have to wait. It's the perfect app for a little pick-me-up or relaxing gameplay. So if you guys want to play Love and Pies with me today, you can go and scan the QR code on the screen or go click on the link in the description below to download for free. Thank you so much to Love and Pies for sponsoring today's video, and now let's get into it. All right, you guys, let's dive into the first parts of Bloom. So you guys know Bloom is the very infamous green packaged drink that is greens and superfoods. It comes in a wide variety of flavors that are allegedly really gross and are just something that everyone's obsessed with. Apparently, they have so many claims like they help with your digestion, bloating, and so much more. And so many people over the years have been promoting the absolute hell out of this brand. So real quickly, just to kind of give you guys a backstory on who Bloom is, what is going on, where did this originate from? It was co-founded by Marie Llewellyn. She apparently hit rock bottom mentally and physically, and she decided to take ownership of her health by returning to wellness. With the help of her now husband, Greg, she lost 90 pounds and finally found self-love. Inspired to help other women do the same, Marie created Bloom, high-quality, delicious health supplements designed to help everyone bloom into their best selves. So it's very flavor-focused and function-first, designed with you in mind. Their supplements are made with high-quality, effective ingredients that provide amazing benefits to help you feel your best. Now, this is all coming from the website, and I'm showing you this now so we get an idea of how this is being marketed off to you guys and how this is being promoted to, when in reality, it's not good. Female forward is a very big focus they have. With a female founder and female-led team, our mission is to make approachable, delicious, and effective supplements so every woman can bloom to be their best self. So I, first of all, seeing this, think the outward appearance of Bloom is so fascinating and very good. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I about bought some a while ago when this first kind of came out because I was like, you know what, this looks really good. Greens, I'm so down. I think this would be a great idea. And as someone who's kind of like fallen into the health and wellness world and like the obsession over supplements, I was like, oh damn, I like about fell into this one. But I didn't realize how many issues exist when it comes to the greens companies in general and how problematic this company is. So we can see it is a female for brand. And as we know, products that are marketed off to women is a huge demographic, but we also know that that's a huge wide area for people to be preyed upon, which is very gross and disgusting. So I know this company offers many other different products like protein and so much more. They've really truly expanded, but I really really want to focus on the Bloom Nutrition Greens and Superfoods. It has over 12,000 reviews, over 4.5 stars. So it has incredible reviews. And this is kind of the biggest gold mine that they have had with promoting products. This is the thing that you see influencers promoting everywhere. It has mango, strawberry, kiwi, berry, coconut, orange, passion fruit, citrus, orange, and variety. 30 and 60, and then stick packs. The 30 count, is going to be $35.99. Looks like it's on sale for me. 60 count is going to be $69.99, which is usually $80. That's kind of insane. And then the stick pack is $34.99. So let's actually look at the nutrition information for just the mango one. It talks about is 15 calories per serving, iron, sodium, fiber blend. It has 1.6 grams of different varieties of a fiber blend. It has a green superfood blend, which is 1.3 grams, pre and probiotic blend, which is 648 milligrams, fruit and vegetable blend, 572 milligrams. That has carrot powder, beetroot powder, kale leaf powder, blueberry powder, so on and so forth. Antioxidant beauty blend, which is 550 milligrams, cranberry fruit powder, strawberry fruit powder, raspberry, and so on and so forth. They have a digestive enzyme, which is 150 milligrams, adaptogenic blend for things I've heard people talk about like focus. It's 100 milligrams, stevia leaf extract. So all these reviews are saying that this is absolutely amazing. It's gluten-free, no added sugar, plant-based, and non-GMO. It's supposed to promote energy, relieve bloat, and support a healthy gut. Now, these are all some really, really wide claims with the product. And real quickly, before we kind of get into some of the really messiness of it, I do want to show you a few examples of how this is being promoted and pushed to the audience on TikTok. So as you can see, these are a lot of the claims and ways that this is being marketed off to the audience. And many people who struggle with lacking energy, relieving bloat, and needing gut health are going to be very drawn to this. As someone who has struggled with those things before, I get it. I literally almost bought it, and I actually have bought other greens. The problem is I didn't realize there were so many issues with this company, but many others for that matter. So we're going to dive into all of the issues that I found when it comes to this brand. It's rough. So one of the first issues that I want to talk about is the lack of transparency with influencers and marketing. So a huge thing that has been happening right now is people are calling out influencers for their unethical marketing and their lack of disclosing ads. And this is a huge thing that I've had a problem with because quite frankly, it is not hard to follow the FTC. Again, I'm going to pop this up right over here. The FTC actually has made a lovely, very easy to follow guideline that shows you how to promote a product very properly. You have to properly disclose that you're being paid to talk about an ad, make it very obvious and transparent, very obvious and bold to the audience, let them know. Honestly, that should make people feel pretty good with you if you are very clear about when you're promoting something and you're being paid to promote it. The problem is Bloom's marketing has been quite sketchy to say the least. For someone that is allegedly trying to be female forward and being the best that they can for everyone and being clean with their products, you think that they would be clean with their marketing. Because there are many ads that I've personally seen of Bloom where they aren't even explicitly mentioning Bloom to begin with. They're actually just showing Bloom and it's in the background or it's on the counter. It's right there. So it literally has nothing to do with the actual video itself. Sometimes they're just having it there and getting paid to talk about it, which is really weird to say the least. And some of them have the hashtag Bloom partner or whatever the case may be, but that's still not enough. Not actually properly disclosing that you're getting paid to talk about something is unethical and flat out wrong. Other examples of this are people who do outwardly talk about how they're being paid to promote it, but at the same time still kind of avoid things like hashtags and other proper disclaimers on their TikToks, like sliding the paid partnership label to make sure. Now, why this is a problem is because as someone who is very fortunate and has an agency who I work with and have partnered with for my brand deals and other partnerships as well, this is something that I'm extremely well versed in because this is a process with the Bloom that I have a problem with, but also the influencers marketing off. So when it comes to a brand deal and you have a brand that's partnering up with you, there is a level of approval. So for example, with a paid video, I have to submit the entire video before it's even up to you guys. It has to be there. They have to physically see everything, see the ad, and be totally okay with everything that I did. So not only does Bloom have to approve approve these content creators' ads, but the content creator has to make sure that they're doing good. So I can't just depend on if the brand clocks me on doing something wrong, right? I quite frankly have realized that there's some brands that are very lenient, which is wrong, by the way. No brand should be lenient on FTC guidelines. But I myself as the creator have to do my due diligence and be transparent to my audience because one, my audience deserves that, but two, I have to follow proper guidelines. That's just common sense. So I have a severe issue with Bloom right now because the fact that there are so many, and I mean so many campaigns, in my opinion, that are violating FTC guidelines and not being fully transparent with audiences is completely wrong. And Bloom was just completely ignoring this. And maybe if it happened a few times and there were some accidents, I get that. But this frequent be so fucking for real right now. Like this is absolutely ridiculous. I'm so not here for the lack of transparency with marketing. And speaking of lack of transparency with marketing, let's talk about the way that the Bloom product is actually marketed off to the audience outside of the really sketchy, not being honest with if that they're getting paid to talk about it. There's many ads that have been promoted about Bloom that talk about all the ways that Bloom can help you and impact your life. Now, with supplements, there are claims that you can make that can be scientifically accurate, which is perfectly fine. However, there are certain claims, the medical claims that have been pushed in regard to Bloom that I think are super duper false. And I also think it's very weird because I hate the before and after videos that I see some of these influencers doing of like, look how bloated I was before and look after. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to necessarily trust you showing me a photo of your stomach like an hour and then an hour later. One, it could be because you just ate a meal. Like, girl, I'm going to tell you right now, I look skinny when I just wake up in the morning. And then after I eat like a normal person, I literally look like I'm more bloated up, like big and whoop. But that could be a shot I would take to promote a brand, and it could be fake. I'm not saying everyone is, but it easily could be. So talking about how it got rid of my bloat and everything is just so odd to me. And I think certain products that talk about that get me a little bit nervous. Some of them could 100% be real, but I think the conversation of bloating can be very sketchy because there's not a transparency in the marketing to say, hey, if there's things you're struggling with, you should go to a doctor. You can try this, but please go to a doctor. Instead, they're acting as if this is a solution to something, which I think is completely inaccurate. Because if you're dealing with severe amounts of bloating, you shouldn't be going to an influencer or something solve with your bloating. If you're having constant severe bloating, then you need to see a doctor. You need to see somebody about that. That is not something that you go to Bethany's TikTok and buy the Bloom from her an affiliate link. You know what I mean? Or even the conversations with the way that the owner was talking about how she lost weight and got control of her life. I'm kind of confused because are they trying to market off greens as a way of like losing weight and being able to have a better lifestyle? I still think that that's kind of odd and inaccurate.
I lost over 90 pounds in 2017. It just completely changed my life and my well-being. I really struggled to find supplements that worked for me. And that's why I created Bloom. I wanted to create a supplement line that was approachable and fun and easy to incorporate in your routine. I created the greens because I wanted an all-in-one supplement to get all of my fruits and veggies in, all of my nutrients, and help with my gut health. So if you haven't tried the greens yet, I highly recommend it. It's the perfect way to start 2024.
And it's kind of problematic to me because we're not letting the product be reviewed to exactly what it is capable of doing, and that's it. Like when it comes to losing weight, you have to have a very good diet and be working out. But depending on just the supplement is not accurate. So for example, if I talk about protein, it wasn't just protein that I ingested to make myself bulk up and have like a fat ass or something, okay? It's not just that. It's working out. It's the rest of my diet. It's probably my sleep schedule. There's many things that incorporate that. It could be an assistant, yes, but acting like a product is the end all be all and the savior of everything is just completely false advertising in my opinion. And I've seen far too many people act as if it is solving all of their problems and pushing the limit of false advertising in my opinion to where it is not accurately being promoted to you guys whatsoever. And it should be promoted in the way that it simply is. A supplemental green drink, and that's literally all it is. And quite frankly, most of you guys do not need it. So to kind of continue on what I was just saying about product misleading, I actually want to show some examples of other professionals that are talking about the supplement and what they have to say about this. Because I always think it's very beneficial to see other people who are in this field, who are educated on this and are giving their actual opinions on Bloom and how it really is or isn't helpful to you guys. All right. Another article that I wanted to read off real quickly is actually by Health, and it says, and it was published on May 8th of 2023, discussing green powders are popular, but are they worth it? Dietitians weigh in. So kind of the main fast facts about this article that I think are super important to highlight is the fact that greens powders are dietary supplements that contain powdered vegetables, fruits, and other nutrients. They're advertised as a source of antioxidants, nutrients, vitamins, and minerals to people who may be lacking these things in their diet. Experts do not recommend using green powders. However, they can be useful for those struggling failing to eat enough fruits and vegetables daily. This article goes on to quote and say, greens powders aim to provide people with a concentrated source of nutrients, vitamins, and antioxidants that may be lacking in their diet. Roxanne Asani, RD, LDN, a board-certified sports dietitian and registered dietitian nutritionist in Miami, Florida, told Health. They are intended to help people reach their daily recommended vegetable and fruit intake. Only 10% of Americans are meeting their dietary goals for fruits and vegetables. Supplementing with a green powder can help them get their fruits, veggies, vitamins, and minerals and fill in dietary shortfalls. And there are some levels of research that suggest that green powders may offer several potential health benefits. One study found that greens powder supplements improved gut health by promoting the growth of beneficial gut bacteria and reducing inflammation in the gut, which I will have all this linked in the description below. A second study discovered that greens powder supplement provided improved markers of immune function and reduced markers for inflammation in the body of 26 older adults who consumed a green powder of supplement for 90 days. While these studies do demonstrate the potential health benefits that greens powders can provide, none of them included large numbers of participants, nor did they take place over a long span of time.
Let's talk about wellness products that are not worth the hype, not worth the money. Today we're talking about Bloom Greens again. They are at every corner. Their marketing budget is insane. I filmed a video about them last year, but I still get questions about them every single day. Even if you consumed 4 servings of Bloom per day, which would be pretty insane because it's already an expensive product, so that would be incredibly expensive to buy it that frequently. You still wouldn't be consuming enough of the greens and superfoods to experience any of the benefits that it claims to have. It is not a miracle cure for anything. It's not going to clear your skin. It's not going to give you your dream body. It's not going to magically heal the deep root causes of your bloating and discomfort. All it is a big fat paycheck in a lot of people's pockets. So don't waste your money, do your research, and if you're going to buy a greens powder, buy from a brand that actually puts their money into creating a high quality potent product and not one that puts all of their money in marketing and influencers.
And sometimes it still might not even be enough for you when it comes to making up that goal that you actually aren't hitting. Another problem that some people have discussed is struggling with bloating and how sometimes the high amounts of fiber can actually cause other stomach issues and bloating as well. A lot of mixed reviews here, but some people are saying that this is quite frankly super duper unnecessary for majority of people to be taking in, and some of the claims about being able to really help you out so much is a little bit pushed too much in a way. Another quote said, as she added that while many of the ingredients in these powders are healthy, they're in such small amounts and are nowhere close to the recommended number of servings of fruits and vegetables people actually should be consuming. So in conclusion, there can be some benefits, but there's so many people that are reporting that a lot of times this can be a huge waste of your money, and you can find literally more affordable ways of consuming other things that can actually be beneficial to you, and even still maybe dropping like $70 or something on a 60-day supply, probably not going to be enough to actually replace that need that you have for those fruits and vegetables. And either way, depending on just a drink for that is not going to be necessarily beneficial, especially if your doctor's like, you don't need that. There's a good chance you probably don't. So another issue that I do want to discuss when it comes to the promotion of Bloom is actually how they are working with content creators. Now, I know there's been other individuals who've spoken out about this, but I definitely wanted to because I think it's important to discuss the way that they behave behind scenes with other creators. Now, don't get me wrong. I personally don't really love the idea of people promoting Bloom right now. I think some people can do it in a very ethical way, which makes sense as long as they're actually promoting it in a way that makes sense to the product and they're not like over promoting and hyping up a review that's like super, like it makes literally no logical sense and that product cannot perform in that way. However, a big problem that we've noticed with people who are promoting it or who are considering is the fact that Bloom apparently is actually underpaying content creators and being extremely messy about it. So allegedly what's going on right now, and I've actually been on some sites that have been able to give you this information, there are certain sites that will pretty much allow you to look into brands and if other people have had good experiences partnering with them as content creators. Now, if you're a content creator, I think some of you guys understand that you should be paid your worth when it comes to a brand utilizing your account to promote content and so on and so forth. There's many other things that I can go on about that. There's a problem with some brands that try and like lowball and try and essentially get almost free promotion for literally nothing, and they have budget. And a huge thing that I have seen is allegedly Bloom is trying to see what they can get away with, right? They're trying to see allegedly if they can get away with having people essentially ask for less money for promoting a product, and then Bloom reaps a ton of benefits from it, which is really gross and weird to me, as Bloom actually is getting a new partner and investor into their company, meaning they're doing so good and pulling in so much that they absolutely have a budget for creators. And it gets me kind of grossed out, the fact that you want to talk about how the company is woman-led and trying to be really beneficial to all, but then you want to cheap out and claim that you have no budget for creators and expect them to give you free content promotion for their incredibly high performing platforms or for hardly any pay. And then it's super messy and gross to me. And I think that that's very unethical because, again, I don't want to hear you talking about being woman led and woman focused when you're literally going to pay so many creators hardly anything or try and get completely free work out of them. That is unethical. That is gross. No one should be doing that to any creatives, period. I dislike that severely. So from the weird, sketchy marketing, in my opinion, to the over promotion of some of their products as if they're literal lifesavers when they're not, to other professionals discussing how this is probably really unnecessary for you, to the really weird behaviors when it comes to creators behind the scenes, I think this company is just a hot mess in my opinion. So what have we learned today? I think Bloom is an overhyped product that just essentially became a trending product for so long, and I personally would like to see it die down. And I would like for greens to actually be known for what they can actually do, not for the little fantasy world that they're being marketed off to you as. Be careful and cautious when you're looking for things like this in greens and just in the supplement industry. And also stay tuned because I am hoping to talk about the supplement world and everything on TikTok because it has been a nightmare over there with some of the health fads and really weird things being pushed to you guys. But I personally think the Bloom is another one of them that's just overpriced and unnecessary. And if you're going to go for a green, there are so many on Amazon that have very similar ingredients and are going to be so much cheaper. And I would imagine if you're going to do it, I'm not saying you don't want to, I'm not saying it wouldn't be a slight benefit to you, but if you're gonna, I would go to many other brands and look at the ingredients over Bloom because I would not. A lot of the stuff is just overpriced bullshit simply because it's trending and people like the package and the name brand. That's it. So that was it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to check out today's sponsor in the link in the description below and pin comment. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.